Okay, recording has started, and I welcome all of you to our next session. Just give me a second. I'm going to start it again. Miss Humera, you want to share the first screen if you want? Okay. Okay. Welcome all of you to our weekly session of GEG Pune and GEG Ahmedabad. So today we have Miss Humera Riyaz, who is a PYP coordinator in IB school in Bhopal. She has been teaching in that school for 13 years. She trains her teachers to use how to use tools. And she just shared with us some time back about her journey to becoming a trainer, what she thought she could never do. So welcome, Humera. And we really wish to hear your story a little bit, and then we can start the session. You're muted, sorry.
All right. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to this amazing platform. So I'm Humera Riyaz, and I'm a PYP coordinator at Eastern Public School, Bhopal, which is located in Bhopal. Um, Today, I just intend to share some tools which I use in my school and I have explored during this time to make learning more interactive. Because, as we know, that at times online learning can become really monotonous, wherein only the teacher is speaking, and the students they don't get a chance to they don't get a chance to interact with the teachers. So, just a few tools I would like to share with everyone today. So shall we start? Yeah, so I'll just
Yeah.
share my screen. Yeah.
Miss
All
Humera,
right. Yes.
I would just like to request, there is an echo coming. So if you're logged in from another device, if you can mute that one.
Yeah, sure. All right. Is it okay now?
Yeah, all good.
All right. So, all right, everyone, let's get started. So, I'm really excited for this session. And yeah, so first of all, I would like to begin with this note that our last academic year, as we all know, which is still going on actually, was a bit challenging for all of us. But we teachers have done an amazing job. Like, we designed new lessons, we explored new tools, and we did a lot of learning, unlearning, and relearning with limited time and resources. And we were always there for our students. And some of us are still upgrading our skills to give our best. And the fact that you worry about being a good teacher it simply means that you are already a good teacher. So, congratulations to you all for doing a fantastic job, even during such difficult, trying times. All right. Now, when we talk about virtual classes, so we often, it happens that we can slip into a talking head approach during virtual classes. We just turn on the camera and then we see students, and then just we are talking, and only we are talking most of the time. So it's very important to make our classes interactive if we really want to see um, um, results of learning. So now, as we know that there are number of tools available, and each one has got its unique feature. Now, some of the tools we have already discussed in the previous sessions on this platform, like Nearpod or Jamboard, Wakelet, Slidesmania, and some will be shared in sessions to come, because if we discuss all of those in today's session, then the duration of the session will extend 100 hours even. So we'll look at few tools, and we will talk about the strategies that work in an online scenario. So let's get started. Okay, so the first tip is making learning interactive. what happens often is our students, they are often not paying attention during our lessons. And if that is happening, it means that they are not in a position to learn anything. So it is important to engage our students, and to engage our students, it is important that they stay active during the class. So for us as teachers, the first thing which is really important is to make the right choice, to choose the right tools. So the first tool that I would like to share with you is a collaborative tool, and it's called Padlet. Now, what is a Padlet? Padlet can be used by students or it can be used by teachers. And with Padlet, we can create online, a posted board that can be shared with any student if you want. You just have to share the Padlet link. And it allows you to insert your ideas either anonymously or with your name. And it's easy to use and very, very handy. So let's see how we can create it. Is my screen visible, Ms. Reshma?
Yes, it is visible.
It is visible. The Padlet dashboard is visible.
Yes.
Okay, so all you have to do to create a Padlet is go on padlet.com. Here you will land upon this page. Now this is a free tool, but you can create just 3 Padlets, which are free. But for rest of the Padlets, you will have to pay. But this is a great tool to use. What you have to do is, like I already have signed into this account, what you have to do is you have to click on Make a Padlet. Okay. Now, when you click on Make a Padlet, you will see different ways Padlet can be used. One is this wall, which I have created for you all. So here in this wall Padlet, what happens is we can create brick-like post-its will appear as the students will add Padlets to it. Then you will get to see the canvas. Now in canvas, again, you can see there are post-its which can be created by the students. And the amazing thing is that in these post-its, they can also add, along with text, they can also add pictures. They can also add video clips or GIFs as well. So which can be taken from the device or from web. So here in Canvas, amazing part is you can connect these post-its with each other. Then there is stream, grid, shelf, backshell, map. You can work on timeline. You can work on various templates which are available. What we'll do today is we'll work on the wall template. Okay. So here we click on this wall template. Now what you can do is, here this is a background which you have which can be changed by you. Now you can add a title to your Padlet. For example, we can use this Padlet for reflection activities for students. For example, we are doing 3 stars and a wish with the students. Okay, stars, 3 good things about a lesson, and a wish that something this could have been better. So, and here we can add descriptions for our student. For example, write 3 stars, which means 3 good things, and a wish, which means uh, how can we make it better. Okay. And this is an instruction for the students, which we can add very easily. Now, here is the link of our Padlet, which can be personalized, changed. We are not doing that. Now, here we'll have options for changing the wallpaper. As I said, we can change it to solid colors. Okay. Or we can use gradients. Okay. It's really simple. We have then an option of textures and patterns. And these are the various options given, and then pictures. So we can add any picture that we want to, a windmill or this one, or this one. Okay, so there are some beautiful templates available which can be used to change the wallpaper. Then next, we can also change the color scheme of our Padlet. You can also change the font style. You can experiment with different font styles here. And then you can also decide that where do you want a new post-it to come. Do you want it to be the first one or the last one? Based on that, and then you want the to display the name of the author on each Padlet? Okay, and then comments. Okay, so we want students to comment on each other's work depending on which learning engagement is being planned. Reactions, so for reactions we can choose, we want them to like each other's work. So this is a great tool that can also be used for peer assessment, and for formative assessments as well, or voting, stars. So we always have a choice to do that. Okay, and then we click on next, and then your Padlet is ready. So we can post anything on the Padlet. It's simple. You see this plus sign over here. Here, your Padlet is there. So I will add in title, I will add my name, and then I'll write 3 stars. So what are the 3 stars in the lesson? And wish, I can add a link. I can add a picture. Okay. And I can upload a picture. I can upload it from Google. I can add my voice. I can draw. I can draw on the Padlet. So it's really easy and simple. So this is a great tool, I think, for student interaction. And what we will do is, since we have been working together in this group, but since a long time, but we don't really have this idea. We don't know much about each other, correct? So let's use a Padlet, which I have already created for this game, two truths and a lie. So you need to write 3 statements about yourself, 2 statements which should be true about you, and 1 statement which is lie, and about yourself. And what we will do is we'll guess what is truth and which one is a lie. So here is a Padlet, and I can easily share this link with you all. I'll copy the link and I'll put it. You can mail it to the students, or uh, you can share it in any way that you want to. What I'm doing is I'm sharing it here on the chat box, in the chat box here. So here you go. You have received the Padlet link. I request everyone to please click on the link, join the Padlet, and let's start. Let's get the game started. Okay. Okay, I can see Dr. Varia is already there. I know it's going to be fun. Miss Reshma is there. Mr. Deepak is there. Namita. Okay. Is this Padlet visible on screen?
Yeah, it is. We can see everybody writing.
Everybody's writing. All right. So
It is so much fun. I just can't think about anything.
all right. So you have just 1 minute to write on the post-its, and it's so easy and simple. And then we can start guessing. this tool is really good for brainstorming sessions also, and it can be used for formative assessments, for peer assessments, for prior knowledge, testing prior knowledge of the students. And students, they love it. They enjoy a lot working on this one. So I
I
can
think
see some.
I think self-reflection also. I just cannot think what is true and false about me.
Yeah, yes, self-reflection as well. And I can see some responses already. So how do you want to, shall I randomly choose names? Like who will guess? Okay, first, and you can choose which name do you want to first guess about. Okay.
You can pick Humera if whoever you want.
Okay, so may I request Dr. Varia to tell us what is true and what is lie about Miss Reshma?
Okay, I need to get
Interesting.
Reshma's Padlet. Reshma, where is it?
Maybe Humera if you can read out.
Okay, even I'm searching for your
Okay,
post-it.
you want me to
I
read
got it.
out? Okay.
All
I
right.
got it. I got it. I am not an early riser. I have done skydiving. My favorite subject is history. Third is a lie. First two is correct.
Third
Oh,
one is
you.
is that
Yeah.
true? Is that
Yes,
true?
I am. That's me. History is. I
Oh,
just still don't know basic history. Like probably fifth grader knows better than me.
oh. All
So
right. That's great. So you have done skydiving.
yeah, like 3 years
Wow,
back.
that's amazing, and we didn't know that about you. And now, may I request Mr. Dr. Narjeet to tell us what is true and what is lie about Dr. Varia?
Okay. Oh my God.
Okay, I'll have to see where Dr. Warriors is.
I'm
I
in the
have
last line, ma'am. I'm in the last line.
you've just written I love collaborating. That he does, I know. That's a
Hmm,
truth.
that's true.
I can't see anything else written here.
Google is a great service.
Or that he really believes in, and he has made us also believe the same at the same time. And the third one is,
I didn't find it back in the moon.
oh, of course, that's a lie. Anyway.
Sorry.
So you are going to find back your way from anywhere to anywhere. That we are very sure of. You
Yeah.
are such a gentleman and you are such a good educator. You are going to lead us also all our ways from here to moon or moon to anywhere. So that's for sure.
Now, now, now that was not there in this, scheme. Thank you.
All right. So next, Mr. Z Jian, can you tell us what is true and what is not so true about Miss Mala?
Come on, Zian.
Yeah, hi everyone.
Hi.
I couldn't see Miss Mala. Oh yeah, I just found it.
Beside you, yeah. Beside you.
Yeah, okay. I think the line should be the first one. I'm a cricket player.
Miss Mala, is that true?
I don't
I
hear Miss Mala.
Yeah, he's right. He's right.
Thank
he's
Okay.
right.
you.
See, we can guess. Oziang is joining for the first time, and he is actually a educator. I should say he can guess the people the way they're writing.
I don't know what to write. I just wrote cricket player.
Never
All
mind, as
right.
long as you have fun.
Thank you. Thank you. You're right.
Thank you too.
So you see, these can be used in a very interactive way for in during our
Yes.
classes, our lessons, and you can find out more creative ways of doing that yourself. So that was the first tool which I wanted to share. It's very handy and it's very quick to create and use it in the class. Now let's move on. All right. So increased student participation is another thing which is really, really important to for educators to understand. And we, as at times what happens is we often come across situations when we want students to interact. We have created really interesting lesson, but the students participation from their side, we don't get the way we want it to be. There are always very sometimes really shy students who are hesitant in speaking and talking in front of the entire class, but we as teachers want them to participate in the discussions and be there. And sometimes we just want to pick up names randomly or create groups for some tasks. So there is a very interesting tool which can be used by teachers in their lessons, and it's called Flippity. Now, this is an amazing tool, free tool, which is available on Google. And all you have to do is you have to go on flippity.net. When you go on flippity.net, this tool allows you to convert your simple Excel sheets into fantastic games and flashcards and quizzes and whatnot. So as you can see, that there is flippity flashcards over here. So here in this Google Excel sheet, the teacher has created flashcards for students in the to be used in the class. Then second is quiz show, then flippity randomizer, flippity scavenger hunt, board games, manipulatives, matching games, bingo, timeline, flippity leaderboard, and you can see there is a lot of variety over here. What we're going to explore here is the flippity random name picker. So you see there is a demo. There are three things given over here: demo, instructions, and template. If I click on demo, now this is a demo which is here, which is given as a sample over here. And instructions, of course, instructions of how to do it, which is given over here. And if we want to create a template for ourselves, we'll go on a template. It's extremely easy. We make a copy. Okay, now here we land on this Excel sheet. We don't have to touch these two blue boxes that we see over here, these columns. We don't have to disturb those. And what we can do is we can personalize, we can add our students' names according to your roster over here. We can always delete this. Just a minute. Okay, now here I can add student 1, student 2, student 3, student 4. All right. And next is we go on file, we publish to the web, and simply click on this publish button, say OK. Now here our link is generated. We go over here, we get the link. Now this link can be shared with the students. It can be saved on your drive. Now here our random name picker is ready, and you can just rotate it, and you can randomly it lands on student 3. So obviously the teacher wants student 3 to respond. This again is a great tool which can be used during assessments. This can be used during class interactions and discussions. What you can also do is on the single name here, there is another option. It's again random. So I click after student 1, I'll get student 4, student 2, student 3, or I want it to be lined up so that students can see whose turn is next. So student 4, student 3. That way you can even change the sequence by clicking over here. If you want to create, I want to create a group of 2 students randomly and quickly. So I just go on groups of 2, and I can do that very easily. A group of 4, group of 5, 2 teams, 3 teams, 4 teams. So it's really easy all you have to do is you just have to add the names of your students on the Excel sheet, and it can be saved. But you can use it only for one class. If you are teaching multiple classes, then you will have to create different Excel sheets for different classes. Same sheet cannot be created. One more amazing feature which I find in this one is the timer. This timer is given over here, so we can create a timer, and for any task, if we want students, we can just set the time and within which we want them to complete the task, and it can be done. So this is again a great tool, and you can explore the other features which I just shared with you. And we will just do random name picker, and let's give it a try ourselves. So what I have done is I have created a random name picker for some of the members in our group, and what I want you to do is I want you to tell me one word that comes to your mind when you think of your classroom. So I already have my flippity there. Is it visible to everyone?
Yes, yes, it is.
Yes. So, one word that comes to your mind when you think of your classroom. So, shall we start? Okay. So, here we go. And then Ashwini. Is Miss Ashwini there with us?
Yes, yes.
Yes, Miss Ashwini, please. One word that comes to your mind when you think of your classroom.
Enthusiastic students.
Great. Thank you. Let's see who's next. Miss Shweta.
Hello, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Yeah, one word that comes in my mind when I see my students is exuberant.
Okay, great. All right, let's see who's the next one. Miss Rashmi.
Hello, everyone. In my mind, it comes intellectuals. Actually, I have got a very good section of all the toppers, so I can say intellectuals.
Okay, that's great. And let's see who's next. Mr. Pulkit. Do we have Mr. Pulkit with us?
I don't know if Pulkit is here, but Humera, just to give you heads up, Pulkit is a 8th grader, and he's already a Google programmer and a lot of things in his profile. So,
Wow.
so he's an amazing person. We will meet him next time.
All
So
right.
probably Pulkit is not here right now. Humera, I had just one quick question because I don't remember where to do that setting, but I had tried it that once you pick one person, it automatically gets removed from the list. I
I
think
didn't in the Excel sheet.
not in the Excel sheet, like from that circle, so that we don't pick the same people again and again. So the name is deleted from the list. I think there is some setting like that.
Okay, but for that we'll have to go on the Excel sheet.
Probably, yeah. So just heads up to educators, like if you have a whole class and you don't want the same person to be picked again and again because it is a random picker, there is an option where you can just like that name just disappears from that circle, from the wheel. Yeah,
Yes,
continue.
and for
Sorry.
that, we'll have to do that on the Excel sheet itself, but it's not here. It must be on my drive, saved on my drive. So you see, when we use this random name picker, this thing, it actually creates an excitement in the class, and the students are looking forward to which name is going to be the next one. Is it me? And they are ready to answer the question. So that way, it's a great tool. You can explore it. We can make groups of 2 if we want to give them some group activities, some tasks to be completed. We can, as I said, a group of 3. We can create it in whichever way we want to. So it's a great tool to handle our, the number of students in your class. You just have to enter the names, and you can always shuffle the names At times, what happens is students, they're not comfortable in a particular group, so we can always change just on a click. We can do that. So that's not a problem. All right, so moving on to our next tip, keeping students motivated and providing regular feedbacks to them. This is something really, really, really important, and something which was actually not which was actually missing to some extent in online teaching and learning. Like providing regular feedbacks to students was really a daunting task for educators, because their writings and everything, either it was scanned and submitted, or it was submitted in the form of Google Docs or something. So we really wanted, it would have been great, if we had a tool wherein we can have our students to work real time with us, to collaborate, and at the same time we can we can keep them motivated, we can keep them excited. At the same time, we can give them feedbacks, uh, then and there, and we can also give them feedbacks later on. Now, whatever tools we explore, I know that the most favorite thing of all the educators and the most commonly used are Google Slides. Now, just imagine if we can add this little magic to our ordinary Google Slides. So, is that possible? Of course, yes, it is possible. And for that, there is an amazing tool which is there. It's called Pear Deck. Now, Pear Deck is it's a collaborative tool wherein we can check students' engagement in real time. We don't have to wait for their submissions. Then we can also embed our formative assessments. We can receive feedbacks, we can give feedbacks to the students, and we can also check their engagement in real time. At times, what happens is we are just teaching, we're just sharing the slides, and we don't know whether the students are participating or not. So in that case, this is another tool wherein we can check their engagement in real time. And it can be used for both synchronous and asynchronous learning. How can we do that? I'll just show you. So we'll just go on Pear Deck. So just a minute, I'll just share these slides. So all you have to do is, this is also, the good news is this is also free, and it's available on Google as an add-on. So what you have to do is you have to go on Google add-ons. You can see this add-on button over here. I have already added it as an add-on, but I'll tell you how can you do it. So you go get add-ons. Here you will find Pear Deck. It's here. Okay, now I already have it installed, so I'll not click over here. What I'll do is I'll show you. These are my Google Slides, simple slides, which I have prepared for my teaching. What I will do is, once it is installed on Google add-on, I'll just click over here. And then I will have that magic ready just in front of me. Now, this is the Pear Deck thing which is there. Now here, first thing which you can see, which is something really amazing, which they have added, is they have a library. So in this library, they have created templates which can be used really handy. And sometimes if you have not actually prepared something, or you want ready-made stuff, it is there. So let's look at beginning of the lesson. So during beginning of the lessons, these are the slides which are there, which can be used by teachers. So I just click on the slide, okay, and it's there in my Google Slides for students to use. Okay, what did you learn from your homework? And we don't have to touch this here, and whatever is written over here, we don't have to disturb this, but it's there. Okay, now this is one easy way of doing it. Okay, now they have different templates during the lesson. What can be used? So for example, true or false. Just with one click, this magic will be added to my Google Slides. All right. So this is how we can do. Then end of the lesson, which means reflection activities. Sometimes You may want to use something like this in your slide. Just to click. You want quick reflection from the students at the end of your lesson, and there are tons of ready-made templates available here in the library. Also, we have critical thinking, high order thinking questions, social emotional learning. We have some example questions. We have for little ones as well. We have for mathematics, science, social studies, subject-wise. We have ready-made templates available in the Padlet library. Another thing is adding audio to a slide. That is also something really easy. We'll come back to it. Here we have the slide. So for example, this is my slide and I want students to write a reflection about something, okay? Describe, no, okay, make a character sketch. Of Matilda. Okay. And I'll add this feature in my slide. I want students to write about this. Okay. Now I have added this interactive question in my slide. Okay. Now it's here. Okay. Now students will write. And another slide I want to create is which of these is even number. Okay. And I want to give choice, multiple choice questions to the students. This time I don't want them to write anything, so I'll give a choice. Okay, so 1 is 1, an even number. 4, okay, 3. And then update the slide. Now I have created multiple choice questions for my students. Similarly, I can add numbers, I can embed website, I can ask them to draw, and I can even create draggables for them. Now what I need to do is just click on start the lesson. Now, as I said, it can be used synchronously and asynchronously both, okay? So if I add student-based activity, it means that the students can actually use the slide as per as they want it to be used asynchronously. Okay, they can use it at their own pace. And if I click on instructor based activity, I can also make the same slides instructor based. Okay, which means that they can connect with me, they can work with me during the class in real time. So we'll click on instructor based. And then we get this. Either students can join from joinpd.com, or they can use this code, or they can use the link which is given. So how I have copied the link over here and I'll share it in the chat box. With you all so that you can also join. Now, if you click on this link, you will come on the slides, on these slides. One more interesting thing is that I can use this link in a new window. And here I can see, can you see these 3 smileys over here? How are you feeling today?
No, not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
Yes, it did appear in the previous section.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
it was
there on the separate tab, not on the Google Meet. No, so we have to click on the tab and then we can see.
okay. So actually, what a teacher can do is she can see from her dashboard also. Okay, and if you copy the link on a different tab, you can see what students can see on their screen. So I'll copy it in a while. Meanwhile, you can go on these slides and we can you can also work on the slides which are given here. So, for example, let's do this one. For example, any statement, Pear Deck is a great tool. Is it true or false? So you can, easily drag. You have to choose an option. You can work on it. Okay. Or how are you feeling today? So since this is instructor paged, so the slide which you can see are the slides which I am clicking, I want to present. Correct? You can see the slides which I want you to work on.
So, Humera, we can only see the first slide. If you're progressing from your Google slide, it is not progressing there.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Let's see. I'll just check. Now, is it visible now?
No, not yet. Can we refresh it?
Yeah, I'll just refresh it.
No, Humera ma'am, it is still not.
So it is starting with the first slide now.
First slide only.
Today. Okay. I click the smiley and it's loading the presentation.
Okay. Is it loading?
Yeah, it's only the first slide that we see now. And we can't progress.
Okay. Just a minute. Now here I can see what you can see. Okay. So, okay, how are you feeling today? All right. So, just a minute. I'm really sorry. I'm sorry about this glitch. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Can you see another slide?
Yes. Yes, now we can. Yes. It's progressing.
Okay. That was because I forgot to present. I'm sorry.
No, it is.
Okay. So now here we are on this one. What can you see? Now this is my teacher. This is my control. I can see as an instructor what question I have given you. But if I copy the same link on a different tab, I can also see what my students can see. Okay, so it is that easy. No hassle, very hassle free. It's easy to control. And then let's work on this one. Okay, can you locate Australia, Africa, Asia, and Europe? So you can actually move these. You can drag. Is my screen visible wherein I am dragging?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, you can actually drag it. Students can drag, and the teacher can see what is it. Can you, if you want, you can drag. If you want to try it out, some of you, whoever.
So how would the teacher know that which child is moving it? Like I could drag Australia. Just now I
Yes.
was moving the flag. So how would we know as a teacher?
Yes, there is a feature from teacher dashboard. You can see the names of the students. It will be visible to you if you go on teacher dashboard. And if I want to show responses to the students, let's see, this is what everybody is doing in the class. So is my screen visible? I'm sorry. Is this visible?
It is.
You can see the responses, how other students are doing. Then I have an option of teacher dashboard. So from here, I can see the names of the students as well. Correct. And here we can try. Now I can change the slide since this is instructor page. Now the slide which you will see is this one. From the presentation, I will have to change. Yeah, this one. How well did you like this lesson? So you can drag, actually. Drag the dots and tell me how it was. And I can show you the responses. Now the students can also see the responses, and the teacher can take the discussion further and collaborate with the class and ask them. So, this is a great tool, and you can even record your voice if you want to make it student based. And yeah, I'll control it from here. Draw 2 types of things that you learned in today's lesson. So this I have taken from the Pear Deck library. I have not created the slide. You can still work on it. Now you can take a line or a highlighter or a pencil, or you can add text or an eraser, and you can tell me what are the 2 things that you learned in today's lesson. And I can show you the responses. So would you like to add or draw something? So you see how we made our simple Google Slides really interactive for our students. What we can also do is we can add audio to the slides, and that is also really simple. And you can also assess, and if you go on teacher's dashboard, then the names of the students will also be visible. You can lock screen, you can add a new prompt in between the lesson if you want. So here is an option of choosing a prompt, from here for the beginning of the class, and I just want to add a new prompt in between the lessons, so I can do that as well. And it's a great tool. I highly, highly, highly recommend it to the teachers. And this was all about Pear Deck. We'll go back to our slides, or do you want to work more on Pear Deck?
It is interesting, Humera. Very, very great share, because we have already done so much on slides, Google Slides, and now this is one step ahead of making them interactive. So just like one of the teachers shared about her lesson in the beginning, that they were like very monotonous and like same things, probably you can just pick the same presentations and add Pear Deck to it, and again make it more interesting as a review, or redo the lesson or something in the class.
Yes. And we can assess students, and we can see who is doing what in real time. So that is something really great. And the last tip which I would share with the teachers is that all these tools and all these things are okay, it's fine, but during these times when we are actually working from home and the students, they are not with us in school. So please don't forget to establish connection with them. And this is something which is really, really important for us educators to understand, that, sometimes the things that your students need most right now has nothing to do with what's on your lesson plan. So don't forget to establish a connection. There are many tools available, but you should choose the right tool which is appropriate in your context. And this, I think, is something really, really important. In the end, I would just like to say that congratulate you all, in fact, that you are making a difference every single day, and you are doing great, and you'll continue to do great. So thank you very much. That's all from my side. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Humera. You made this session very engaging, and I can imagine how you are doing it in your school. And we actually learned a lot of new things. And just like Ms. Humera said, all the educators, you are already doing a great job in the school. It was a very difficult year. It still is till now. But I think, just like she said, tools are there, but you should first focus on connecting with your students, learning if they are learning and not, because eventually the content will come up. So thank you very much. Just as our ritual, if you have, can you please turn on the cameras? Those who are comfortable, we'll take a group picture. And then we will have 5 more minutes to talk to Humera, or if you want to ask questions to each other.
On this note of Humera, that connect with your students, let us all connect with each other by having our camera switched on and being there on one screen.
So just like that fun activity, 2 truths and a lie. I didn't know Dr. Varya before 6 months. I have never met him. We just connected because our passion and our intent was same, and we talk just like we talk with you. Nothing extra, nothing more. But you just connect with each other. So even it's very good activity for connecting with colleagues.
Yes. So come on, wake up. I know it's dinner time. Can you come on to the screen? Come on.
Yeah, and I'm very sorry for all people in India. I would like to do it a little early, but now you know a truth about me that it's very difficult, and I'm in the US, so I still try to get up early. But we will try to make the session a little more earlier if possible later.
Let us have all the smiles on the camera, please. Humera, if you don't mind, please kindly come on the camera, please. We would wish to have you. Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Mita ma'am, please come on the camera. Mukta ma'am, Dipti ma'am, please come on. Subhashini ma'am, please come on. Yes, Dr. Basha, hi, how are
and
you?
If you want to see everybody,
Yes,
just
how
go
are
to
you?
your just go to your settings, change layout, and see the tiled layout. So you see all the educators that we are connected with each other. So on the right side of the Google Meet, there are 3 dots. So if you click on that, there is an option called as change layout.
Yes.
Just click that and pick the tiled version so that you can see everybody on the same screen.
And you can select the tile as 49 maximum. We all will be there. So Reshma, I'm clicking it. Take 1,
Okay.
1, 2, and 3. There I go. Yes, 1, 2, and 3. One more. Yes. Great. So it's glad to have, today we are glad to have more people from abroad as well. Dr. Basha from Malaysia, then Lijian, and there's one person again, Lim Skew. I don't know which country from he or she is, but it's glad to have, people from different parts of the world for this kind of sessions. And Humera, you did very well. It was very properly composed session, and you did it very peacefully, calmly. We understood each and every sentence, each and every word, and each and every concept you taught us. You're really a fantastic teacher. Thank you, and celebrations to you.
Thank you.
Thank you, all of you. Thank you so much for joining, and special thanks to Humera. I also came to know from Dr. Varya that we have a Google Level 1 educator with us today. So if you are here, Dr. Varya.
Yeah, she's Anandi ma'am, but I think she hasn't joined. I think Anand ma'am, are you here? Anandi ma'am is from Noida, and she has completed her level 1. I asked her to share the credentials, but I think she is busy today. And she completed her level 1s in November, and now she's marching ahead for level 2. So that's again a good achievement for GG Pune and GG Ahmedabad, that more and more educators are going for the level 1 certifications.
So thank you so much. I'm stopping the recording, and then we will have 2-3 minutes if you want to talk about it. Any questions to be asked?
Ma'am, feedback link is there?
Yes. Rishma,
Yeah.
sorry.
See, with the excitement, I completely forgot.
Yeah,
Thank you for reminding. Yes.
Yeah.
So
And
let me quickly share the feedback link.
I'm really glad to have more members from the Malaysia and these APEC countries. We really feel a part of the APEC now when we have more members from that countries. So Dr. Basha, welcome. I'm glad that you made it today.
Thank you so much, Dr. Vishal. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you, sir.
It's a very amazing presentation by Madam Humera. I'm glad to be here tonight.
Yes.
Thank you for joining.
Thanks for invitation. Yeah, thank you.
We have sessions every Saturday from 8 to 10 p.m. IST, and we will always be sharing those links in our group as well, GAPEC group as well.
I'll join, inshallah.
So I have shared the feedback link. Please do give us the feedback. We will we will be very happy to know what other things you would like to learn. Is there something that we need to take care of? Or if you have something that you want to share, please let us know. Dr. Varia will be sharing that particular form with all of you soon, so that we find mentors in our own. जैसे हम लोग हिंदी में कहते हैं ना, कोयले में से, खान में से हम लोग क्या डायमंड निकाल रहे हैं. So we are minting it from our own community.
हम तो हीरे की खान में बैठे हैं.
Exactly. So we just want to dig it out, and everybody has something in them. So whatever you want to share, please let us know, and we will be very happy to have a session.
The form is in the making. I'm sorry I could not make it completed today. The form is in the making, and I shall be soon be sharing the form and the details to everyone, that if any one of you would like to present with us in any of these Saturday sessions, then yes, we can arrange a session for it. And this is how we work. It's a collaboration, and we learn from each other. So let it be related to technology, let it be related to education, anything related to primary education or secondary education, or teacher training, or kind of a student engagement techniques, or something related to tech tools within Google network or outside Google network. Everything is fine. We just grow with each other, better together.
Yeah. Thank you. I'm just stopping the recording. Thank you all.
Yeah.